Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cameron House Marina. My name is Ruben Mercer, I'm the sales manager here at Marine Sales Scotland. Today I've got for you a 2019 Quicksilver 755 Weekend Centenary Edition. Now the Centenary Edition is purely exclusive to Marine Sales Scotland. You get that fabulous custom space grey hull wrap. You also get the decals on both port and starboard, and then you get the matching wrapped space grey domes. They match with the hull, of course. Now the spec list on this boat is very, very impressive. For a 25-foot cruiser, you have absolutely everything that you need to spend extended periods of time out in the water. You have things like a bow thruster, chart plotter, radar, GPS, diesel heating, track vision, satellite television. Absolutely everything that you need, this boat certainly has it. Now she was the prime example at the London Boat Show, and we're delighted to have her here with us. She's got accommodation for 6, an enclosed head, as I said, track vision, full galley, everything you need to spend a weekend, a night, a week away on the water. Now the extended swim platform is covered in flexi teak. We also do have the fastening for a swim platform barbecue. That's what that little hole is there. She really stands out from the competition, being the Centenary Edition. Let's take a little look on board. Inside the cockpit then, everything is under the very healthy protection of this exceedingly large canopy. You do have seating for 6 around the table here. Most people in the evenings, if the sun's going down, would prefer to dine out here. The table is covered in a very grippy non-skid material, so if you do have drinks or plates on it, if the boat is rocking a little bit, nothing should slide or skid off the side. But if it does, don't worry about it. There is a transom shower here. This whole deck is self-draining, so you can just rinse away any muck or any dirt. If you were on the beach and you've come aboard via the reboarding ladder at the rear, just wash that sand away. Everything drains down into the bilges out over the side. The flexi teak flooring really adds to the decorum in here. You do also have mood lighting, fusion stereo system outside. But what you can do with this area here is you can drop the table down, move the backrest, and turn this into a huge daybed. Look at that, space for all the family to enjoy the sun when we do get it here in the UK. That is all washable as well, so if it gets salty or it gets dirty, just bring the transom shower over it, and what that'll do is it'll clean everything out and over onto the deck, which does of course drain. Now for those of you who are eagle-eyed, you may have noticed that I've just put this onto the back as well. So this is the swim platform barbecue. Stainless steel, and a big question you may have is, can I drive the boat while it's on the back? The answer is yes, you certainly can. Look at that, never used. What we'll do is we'll get this back up, and then we will have a little look inside at the saloon and the berths. So these glass sliding patio doors are what make these Quicksilvers just so popular. Now everything in here is fully enclosed to all of the elements. You've got the fiberglass roof, you've got those huge panoramic windows, and then also a panoramic sliding sunroof. Now this also does have a blind system which just rolls in, rolls out. Now there are privacy curtains for absolutely everything, so you can set the ambience at night, or if you do want to block out the light, you certainly can do. In here now, not only is it watertight, but you also do have diesel central heating. So it's a Wallace diesel heating system. That means no matter what the temperature outside, no matter the wind, the conditions, the rain, you'll always be nice and comfortable inside your saloon here. So the galley, the flat screen TV there has a side loading DVD player. It's linked up to the track vision satellite dome upstairs. That means you have your satellite channels available through here. You really can live on this boat should you want to. Single gas burner, and then below we've got a fridge with the freezer compartment. Plenty of storage for all the family in all of these compartments here. And you've got cold sink. You can just see your diesel heating controls are right there. Now Quicksilver acknowledge that on some smaller boats, not Quicksilvers, but just on some smaller boats, there often is a lack of storage. Not here. So there is a storage locker underneath here, a huge one underneath me, and just look at the size and the depth of these. They're huge and they extend all the way throughout the beam of the boat. The one in here is absolutely huge underneath there as well. Plenty of storage dotted around different locations. There's also storage at the back, just off to the starboard side there, and then there is also some just underneath here, but I'll show you that later on when we show you the engines. Now, the saloon here, you can configure it. You can drop the table down to convert it into another berth. And as you can see, if you want to have the table drop down, it's a high-low table, of course, and what you can do is you can put in a filler cushion that is extremely soft, extremely luxurious, and that gives you another berth for two. Now, it does come with the comfort pack. The comfort pack does give you this filler cushion. You can see it just slots onto the table below. There's a chunky stainless steel grab rail. The reason they've put that there is Quicksilver have said that a lot of owners, what they will do is, rather than have the table up while on their way, they may just have this so two people can lie with their feet up. If you do encounter choppy seas, it's always just nice to have something to grab onto. Plenty of space, you can see it from that angle. I'll put it back up and we'll have a look at the helm. If you just look underneath the table, recessed again is more storage up the back. We also have these storage nets on both of the seating positions, but at the helm, this is where the spec really is amazing. So we do have the seat that flips up and down, it does swivel and rotate also. Now we have a Simrad VHF, there's also a chart plotter, you've got radar, GPS, you also have this very interesting thing called active trim. So just located here, you can see what it does is it uses your GPS position to trim the boat appropriately. It saves you on average about 25% fuel efficiency throughout the course of the boat's lifetime. Now we also have an electric windlass fitted, a bow thruster, electric trim tabs, and then there is a fusion stereo with your selector, so you can have the volume coming from both inside and outside, or solely inside. Now this boat really is as good as new. Would you believe it? She's only done 4.5 hours on her engine. The previous owner is selling her due to ill health. We wish him all the best in his recovery, but the boat really is a steal. She really is as good as new, and with a spec like this, I wouldn't imagine she'd be here very long. So you do have a heads compartment. Now the toilet here does come with the waste tank. There's a sink and a vanity mirror. Now, something that's quite smart about the Quicksilvers, I've never seen one before, rather than have your typical rocker switches for the lights, they're infrared sensors, so you can turn them to blue LED mood lighting. Tap them once again and you get low level light, and the longer you hold them, the brighter they become. So you've got the forward berth just in here, but if we pull the privacy curtain back, we can see this is the mid-cabin berth, so plenty of length for two adults. There's plenty of width too. You do have little storage recessed areas that run along the hull. A 12-volt socket just comes here. You also do get another light. So in here is the master cabin. Great space for two adults. They have offset the bed just to maximise the space as well. You do have the two hull side windows which let lots of natural light in, as well as the escape hatch. This does have its own blind system which you can pull across. Cabin lighting. There's two spotlights. You also do have two speakers which you might be able to see. They're camouflaged quite well. There you go. And then just at this bottom at the end of the bed here, there's storage underneath that locker there, and another small storage compartment underneath the physical bed itself. Right, so I think all we really have now to look at is the engines. So she's powered by a 4.5 litre Mercruiser 200 horsepower petrol engine. Inboard, of course, and right adjacent you do have a great storage facility. Now this, we've got the swim platform barbecue tucked away in. You've got both of your batteries, one for the auxiliaries, one for the engine. Diesel heating. that is your tank there, and then underneath you have both your fuel tanks and your fresh water supply as well. Well, ladies and gents, there you have it. And as good as new, Quicksilver 755 Weekend, only 4.5 hours on the engine, an absolute steal. I'm Ruben from Marine Sales Scotland, where fun in the water begins.